Welcome to The Ambitious Man, your weekly dose of inspiration and guidance for a life filled with health, leadership, and connection. I'm your host, Andy Bassett, here to bring you the latest insights, engaging interviews, and valuable lessons to unlock your full potential. If you're looking to improve your well-being, lead more effectively, and build stronger relationships, then you're in the right place. Please enjoy the show. Every journey is different, and you might be listening to this today going, well, I'm not that overly ambitious, but I want more. When those really deep desires of your heart, when those goals, when those dreams are so big and so clear, that is the fuel that you need in order to not just roll out of bed of a morning. I'm talking jumping out of bed of a morning. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and a massive welcome to the Ambitious Man podcast. My name is Andy Bassett, and I am super excited to have you here. This has been more than 2 years in the making, and I'm super excited that you're here to bring out your best version. I am really excited for episode number 1, which is obviously what's happening right now, just so that way we can just talk about what this is about and how it's going to look, moving forward in this journey. So as I said, I'm super excited to have you here because what I know is that 2024 is going to be an amazing year because we've committed to it already. We have already said yes to ourselves. We've already said yes to bringing out our best version. And what I know is that because you're here, you're choosing to look for some insights and some lessons so that way you're able to be the best husband, wife, partner, dad, mother, leader at work, whatever it is that you're able to take the insights from this podcast and really apply them to your life. So I'm super excited for that. When I look at what the Ambitious Man is about, it's not only going to have great lessons and insights, but it's also going to have a lot of stories. Now, I've been in business now for more than 11 years, and I'm past that first 12 months, I'm past that initial 5 years. Heck, I've even clicked over the 10-year mark, which has been a journey. That's all I can say. There's been a couple of COVID lockdowns in there. I've had babies amongst the journey in there. I've had certain highs, and of course, I've had lots and lots of lows. And what I'm most excited about is to share these lessons with you, these insights, have some amazing guest speakers come on this podcast with me so that way they can also share their lessons and their insights with us all. What I know is that we either get the outcome that we're looking for, that we're working for, or we get all the lessons. And all the lessons why we perhaps didn't get the outcome. But at the same time, for us, as we do achieve that outcome, we do also get the lessons in that as well. So I'm super excited as I jump in just to give you a little bit of background about myself. So then that way we can jump straight into, I suppose, what would be officially the second episode. I'm super glad that you're here. So let's jump straight in. I believe that we are all gifted with this amazing ability of gathering information. What I also know is that from gathering the information, we either sit with it and we will either create sadness around it, there could be anxiety around it, or there can be lots of excitement around it. Now, I hope that you choose excitement, but I do know that as we live right here, right now in 2024, that there can often be a lot of anxiety and a lot of sadness around gathering information as we're wanting to focus and achieve more in this world. Myself personally, I know that from all of the information that I gathered, that if I didn't have my wife there supporting me, if I didn't have business colleagues, my management team, if I didn't have friends and that right circle of people there cheering me on and supporting me, there is just no way that I would have been able to accomplish what I have over the last 11 years. I wasn't born into a family of business owners. And if I go a little bit into my story, I dropped out of school in year 9. School wasn't for me. My family, we relocated and moved to another small regional town, and school just wasn't for me. So I think I was 1 term or 2 terms into year 9, and I was just like, I'm done. And I remember talking to my mum and dad, and I said, like, I want to go out and I want to work. I had that ambition to go and work, and I'd always had a job since I was 13 years of age. And I remember my parents saying to me, look, as long as you don't end up on the welfare system, on Centrelink, as we call it here in Australia, because you're choosing to not work, then basically we're here to support you to go out and find your passion and your dream and really make something of your life. Well, of course, the government came into play there and said, hey, look, you need to do something still educational wise for a short time. So I did go to TAFE. I did an amazing touch typing course. It's one of the great skills that I got from TAFE, doing a few computer courses. And that was over 20 years ago. And here we are today. From those early days and those early moments there, I knew that there was always something within me that was ready to come out and to impact the world. Now, from that age, I do also recall the first big job opportunity that I had at 18 years of age of being a head coach in a gymnastics program. You'll often hear me talk about gymnastics throughout this podcast series because it is my favorite sport. I absolutely love it. There's such a big part of my life that was dedicated to training in the sport of gymnastics and also coaching in the sport of gymnastics and really just educating and allowing others to really bring out their best. I've always loved that about the sport of gymnastics. So at the age of 18, I was head coach of a facility, and oh my gosh, I learned so many lessons. Went on into management within that organization. Also, a business that I did set up, and it was quite successful for a short period of time in there. And then basically at the age of 27 years of age, I acquired my first big business, which was a health and fitness center. Now, here we are 11 years on. And I still have this health and fitness center. It's under management. We're able to impact thousands and thousands of lives on a weekly basis through all of the different types of programs that we have. And I love that I get to lead this incredible team who are there working for the vision of the company. They're able to serve our clients, all our many, many members that we have. And at the same time, I get to help them bring out their best. I get to show them that there's always various ways that we can get to an outcome that is a win-win for the company, for the individual, and of course for the client. And along that path there of business ownership, I have also gotten married to my best friend. Her name is Rachel, and there'll be no doubt that you'll get to meet her one day on this podcast. Together we have 4 beautiful children. And 3 of those beautiful children are teenagers, and 1 is soon to be a teenager, which is super exciting. Not only am I a business owner that is doing the work every single day, I'm a leader for the organization. I have several other businesses that I work within as well and love every single part of that. I'm a father every day. I'm a husband every day. And most of all, I am a man. I'm an individual. Because what I know is that for me as an individual, my business and my success is an extension of that. Now, a lot of that does come together, because there's just no way that I can have a successful business over here if I've got marriage problems, if I've got communication issues with my children, if I am constantly under stress and tension. And what I have learnt to acknowledge is the feelings and these emotions that come up around those, that we are designed to express those. Because if we don't express and if we don't talk about the hard stuff, then basically what's going to happen is that we're going to suppress it, and it's going to come out in all these various ugly ways. So hence why we're here with The Ambitious Man, because what I know is that my ambition started from quite a young age. Every journey is different. And you might be listening to this today going, well, I'm not that overly ambitious, but I want more. Well, what I can say to you is when those really deep desires of your heart, when those goals, when those dreams are so big and so clear, that is the fuel that you need in order to not just roll out of bed of a morning. I'm talking jumping out of bed of a morning. That's what having that big goal and big dream is all about. Because what my goal and what my intention for this podcast is to be able to inspire you to dream a little bigger, to go after those really big desires of your heart. Because here I am, fast approaching 40 years of age. I've lived an extremely fulfilled and successful life. I've had amazing experiences in there. I've met some incredible people. I've been able to share so many of these amazing moments with my family. I look around and I see other business owners or leaders in this world and they're unfulfilled. Now, they're unfulfilled within their relationships. They're unfulfilled within their health. They're unfulfilled within all of their connections and those relationships that we want to mean the world to us. They're unfulfilled in there. And what my question is what if there was just that one thing that we could change today that just moves us a little bit closer to having the relationships that we've dreamt of, being the leader that we know that we are, having the health that means that we can have the energy to be the best version of ourselves. What if we can just move that little bit closer each and every day towards those goals? Now that's what really lights me up. That's why I'm super excited that you're here today with me, because I know that through these insights and through all of these learnings that there's going to be something that you're able to take away. Because what comes with being the gym owner, the health club owner, the coach of more than 11 years is there has been a lot of communication. I have seen people be at their absolute pinnacle of success. I've also seen people when they are so down in the dumps. I'm not going to go too much into all of this today because I wanted to keep this particular episode relatively short, just as the intro. But what I know is that it does come down to a few key factors that we will definitely jump straight into as the weeks and the series progress. So I'm super excited that you're here. Now, I'm just checking my notes because, as I said, I have been here planning this for so long that I want to make sure that I give my best. And I'm a bit of a planner. Where's all our planners out there? In order for me to give my best, I know that I need to take notes. I need to write things down. I want to plan. I just want you to know that the focus and the attention and the intention and the goal is that for every topic, it has a purpose to serve you. And if through my insights and through my guests' insights can help you, then that is what this is all about. So that's a little bit about me, a little bit about why I'm doing this podcast. When we look at how we're able to keep moving, forward within our goals, and we think about that goal we've got and all of this work in the middle here, from where we are now to where we want to be, there's just a whole lot of work in here, lots of decisions that need to be made, lots of choices. Then basically, I want you to know that there's various platforms that we can connect. It's not only through the podcast, but there's also social media. I've got a Facebook group, all those different types of things. So make sure that you click and you do subscribe, pop your email address in there. I'm not going to be spamming you with a million emails a day, just selling stuff or just talking about whatever. That's not what it's about. It's about connection. And I want to be able to not only connect with you, but I also want you to be able to connect with a whole group of people who are ambitious, who are wanting more out of life, who are wanting to bring out their best not only for 2024, but also beyond. Once again, this is not just inspiration. There's going to be some teachable moments. There's going to be lots of thought-provoking questions. And that's what I'm really excited about for you, because for so many of you, I know that you're just on that edge and you're ready to take the step. You're ready to take the jump. You're ready to leap into that next chapter in your life. Because man, like if we just repeat 2023 all over again, then there's no level of growth that comes into play. A lot of you can probably see, my quote behind, which is, if you don't plan your day with high priority tasks, then low priority tasks will run your day. It's my absolute favorite quote. It doesn't have to be planning your day so every minute has something on it. That's not what I'm saying. It's about planning your day with intention, about planning your day so that way you're moving towards your goal. And this is something that I still remind myself of every single day. It's like, okay, what's my non-negotiables? What's my expectations? What's my standards? What's my beliefs? What's my values? All these different areas of life, I'm constantly asking myself these questions every single day. Because what if we can get the outcome that we're working for? And that could be an increase in our business. That could be the relationship that we've dreamt of. It could be getting out of some financial pain. It could be getting out of physical pain. Like, what would that mean for you? What would that mean for your family? What would that mean for your loved ones? I know full well that if I'm not up at the gym exercising by 5 a.m. of a morning, I know that I can't give my best for the rest of the day. I know that if I'm not in bed by 9 p.m. of a night time, that getting up of a morning is really, really hard. It's like some of you are already looking at me going, oh, I'm not a morning person. And I'm there going, look, I used to be a night owl. I used to be the person that all my dreams and aspirations would come at 10 p.m. of a night time. And then I'm like, I have to work for the next 3 to 4 hours. But what I know is that the early bird gets the worm. And I love getting up at 4 a.m. every morning. I love opening up my diary. I love getting my notepad out there, writing down things, planning, bringing what's happening up here into play. I love exercise. I love working on myself, because the reality is why should I give my business like 90% of me and then my family only gets, say, 10% of me? Why does this happen in this world? Well, it happens because we don't feed our body the correct nutrition that we need to. This happens because we don't move our body like we should. And move our body doesn't mean going to the gym. Moving our body could mean outside exercising, doing a group fitness class from home from YouTube. It could mean being active in sports, getting out with friends. If we're not getting enough sleep, if we're not doing enough mindfulness activities, these are the things that all come into health. And I'm super excited as we dive into some of these areas, because I have some amazing guests that are going to be coming on this show really, really soon. So when we look at this and we think, okay, well, what worked really well in the past? And what am I going to continue working now? What didn't work well in the past that perhaps you need to come back and revisit as we move forward into 2024? These are some of the questions that we need to ask ourselves. As we do ask these questions, we take notes. Sometimes it may get a little bit uncomfortable. Is it okay if we get a little bit uncomfortable? Yeah, because what I also know is that these New Year resolutions that for a lot of us we've already set, we're out to serve them, we're wanting to honor them, we're wanting to work at them. We don't want them to be just New Year repetitions, because these repetitions is what we did in 2023. And for a lot of us, those repetitions may not have served us. Also, for a lot of us, those repetitions that we have done have served us to the point that we're at now. And we're ready to make these resolutions as we move forward. We're ready to have the focus. We're ready to have the discipline. This is the bit that is super, super exciting. I suppose what I really, really, really want you to know is that I want to be the podcaster that you need, not the podcaster that you want. So with a lot of my coaching clients, what I tell them is I need to be the coach that you need, not the coach that you want. So there may be some hard truths that come into play there. There may be some tough love. And just know that it's only through those tough conversations, going through the work, not by blocking it out, but by going through the work, that I'm here today to share these insights with you. That's what also does excite me as we move throughout this journey together. I'm super excited that you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you more, and I look forward to you listening to episode number 2. Chat to you soon.